Good morning. Today's game that we're going to do a brief overview of is a game called Rollerball. The game has 10 stations. Each station has a play field consisting of several apertures, and depending where you roll your ball and the aperture falls into, again determines the amount of points. The amount of points then determines how far this animatronic character will travel in relationship to the other characters. It's essentially a race. So what this machine here is just a chain drive animatronic. Let's see if I can get in there so you can see that or not. There we are. This has got a little plunger rod here that pushes things up and down and causes the character to move. Okay, this is a better view of it. There's the gear. So as that gear moves, this character moves up and down. And here's the chain. And the chain goes all the way along here to where there's a drive motor. And at the end here is a what we call end of stroke switch. So that tells the machine when the race is over, and it also tells the machine which is the winner and activates the corresponding winner light up here. In order to activate the game, we have several buttons here: forward, reverse, and stop. And in the back here, here's the heart of the system right here. Sorry about the lighting, it isn't that great. There we are. So there's the contact relays where the power comes in and gets distributed. There's the count meter. Here's some relay assemblies. And I have to stress, this is an electromechanical game. Every station that you see here, such as station number 1, has 2 corresponding relay assemblies. Each assembly serves a specific purpose. Now we'll go over here, and this is the power supply that we power the game with. It runs on 24 volts DC, and that's to operate the motors of the animatronic game. We will give you a demonstration of the game. I'll play lucky number 3 here. So we kick in this foot pedal here, which means the game is about ready to go. We push the forward button, and look at that, a ball drops out. Now everybody has their style and fashion of playing this game, and I do too. I will demonstrate. As you can see, the animatronic character rolls over in relationship to the aperture I've hit. Let's try that again. That went slow that time. And we'll do it again. Okay, and we'll try it again. And one more perhaps. So the character will return back to its original position, and there is an end of stroke or switch there, and which tells the machine to stop the motor and no longer allow it to turn. It also engages a ball catch here, which I will show you in a moment. But because of the age of this game, we must turn the game off, otherwise a resistor in the circuit board gets hot, so we'll shut it off. There we go. Now I'm going to open the play field for you. I have to find one that's a bit loose. There. So we lift the play field up and out. You can see it's a work of art, as is this machine. And this is the solenoid assembly here. And when the machine is turned on, this gets energized and allows your ball to fall out. As you can see, there's a series of switches here along these pathway. So what happens is, depending which aperture your ball falls into, it will depress a corresponding switch. Obviously this switch at the lower end is the slow one, and the one at the very top is of course the fast one. I don't know if you can see that. There we go. So generally speaking, in repair of this game, maintenance, these solenoids, they do actually start fracturing after a certain point of time. The contacts go, the coils heat up, they wear out, and there's actually fractures here because there is a great deal of force. The relays, well, if you have any experience with relays, you know what they can be like, and we have our own little methods of testing relays to find if they're good or bad. And switches. Most of the time with these switches, they do go eventually, but not only that, the whiskers, these little whiskers, they get bent and they get missing. So a lot of times we just end up replacing that or the switch. Generally speaking, it's not a super high maintenance game, but it just needs a lot of love, and it served us very, very well. This is not the original game as it was when I first came here. We changed these characters from little race horses that had riders on them, and it was very nostalgic, but we have to keep things fresh here, and that's the beauty of this place. We're always improving and always evolving. And at this point, I want to thank you again for your time, and have a good one.